Helen, 37 has shown signs of further instability in the last 24 hours. Subject demonstrated morbid curiosity in small objects around him, attempting to place them in his mouth and consume them, nutritive and non-nutritive. The initial diagnosis would seem to be rapid onset pica, but there is no evidence of this prior to exposure to the telepath. We're not ruling out suicide attempts, although the subject isn't making an effort to hide it. I'll be performing an endoscopic exam next shift to make sure nothing's lodged in the esophagus or intestines. 37 is still under suicide watch. As requested, the prisoner hasn't given any sedatives to keep his system clean for upcoming surgery. No food either, only water. He doesn't do much except rock back and forth, staring at the same point in the wall and mumbling to himself in Russian. Can't make out what he's saying. He's made no attempt to hurt himself that we've seen. This volunteer doesn't seem to be suicidal. He seems disoriented, like he's sleep drunk. I think we've gotten just about all we're getting out of 37 by talking. I want you to schedule surgery in the next few days. Let's get it out and into analysis as soon as possible. Lovely.
I can hear the Weaver through the walls. Son of a bitch is gloating, I know it. How are you holding up?
I dropped a couple of nightlights to lure the phantoms away. Put sticky notes on every goddamn thing I'm sure isn't a mimic. You?
Good. Safe inside the armory. Squashed a mimic that slipped in, but that's it. I got everything sealed tight.
What's our plan?
Wait for rescue?
You know, if we make it, Alex is just going to pull our mods.
You want to remember this shit?
I think we could get out through the guts. Work our way up to the Arboretum.
Okay. Say the word.
It's too late, buddy. You've been spotted. Oh, come on. Rude. I demand to be able to smack this. I think the notes are going to be mostly not a mimic. Although, I will note that the biohazard waste there did not have a not a mimic sign on it, and yet was not a mimic. Seems like things are going well in here. Okay. Using Mossbauer spectroscopy, we track hyperfine splitting of an isotope embedded in the target object, in this case the standard Transtar coffee mug. The creature seemed to have a weird affinity for them. If the mimic actually altered its atomic structures to duplicate the target object, we would expect the reading to be consistent with the duplicated object. When the alteration occurred, the reading was present, but the frequency has changed. The new object was on a different time scale than the original. Are we... Oh. Cool. Time to place your bets on how this actually works. My money is on number 2. obviously. Hallucinogenic field mimics projector field that causes observers to think they see objects. Pocket dimension mimics swap places with the object in a parallel universe state connected via wormhole. Transmutation mimic reconfigures its atoms and molecules while maintaining its own subjective consciousness. After the last 6 months here, I'm going with number 4, magic. Seems fair. Dome Taker 3, pilgrimage to the autarky of the dome derived with my last drop. Let me know if you'd like a download. The caves are all handcrafted. Does Lanzetta ring any bells? Dr. Gus Lanzetta? What if I told you he worked with us for a week? 1 week. The week before the entire science staff had last quarter's neuromods removed. He left his badge in a locker. I had IT look up his account. It had all been deleted, all but his credentials. Who the hell was he? Seems like a lovely sign of nothing unusual happening in your workplace. It's all fine and normal and good. Alright, I've loaded another nightlight as requested. Up the psycholuminescence. This time the Typhon ought to follow the lure like an imprinted duckling. Normal stuff. Mine. But I find amusing this isn't even where I was intending to go. And yet, here we are.
Isn't it fascinating? There's something almost angelic about those golden filaments, like frozen light. The Typhon weave it out of thin air. The question is why?
We're
We have a
funsies.
lot of theories, but no solid answers. Not yet. I wish you were with me, Morgan. Not the way you are now. The way you used to be. I know we could tackle this together. Like old times.
Is this your fault?
In light of what we now know the Typhon are
We're in.
capable of,
Ish.
and not capable of, it seems prudent to revisit the Project Cobalt material.
Igor, neuromods can already adapt Typhon material to the human mind. There's no reason in principle the reverse wouldn't work.
Say you managed to insert human neurons into a Typhon. How will you know it was successful?
The new neural structures would need to mature over a series of actual experiences. Or simulated ones.
What?
Simulate the experiences. Calvino, he has...
Right, okay, look, it's fascinating, but let's focus on what we know is working. I don't want anyone devoting resources to this.
Insufficient Typhon material found. Standing down.
I would like in. Ah. Rude. Well, we know how to do it now. Should probably not be walking around with this. My timing. Oh, hi. Hello. 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 Where are you? Just keep swinging. It's fine. I'm dead. I forgot what button did what there for a second. Slightly startled.
In light of what we now know the Typhon are capable of, and
Hell yeah.
not capable of, it seems prudent to revisit the Project Cobalt material.
Igor, neuromods can already adapt Typhon material to the human mind. There's no reason in principle the reverse wouldn't work.
Say you managed to insert human neurons into a Typhon. How will you know it was successful?
The new neural structures would need to mature over a series of actual experiences, or simulated ones.
What?
Simulate the experiences.
Nailed it.
Calvino, he has...
Right, okay, look, it's fascinating, but let's focus on what we know is working. I don't want anyone devoting resources to this.
Engineering control systems. There's a metaphor here, you know, typically the objective. I think we've read this. It looks familiar. It sounds familiar. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. It tastes like chicken. I need a report on number 37's condition in my transcribe at ASAP. Either that psycho's the luckiest prisoner in orbit, or worse, we've got the same problem in what we are feeding the Typhon that can't happen again. Morgan said something about wanting to question 37, but that's low priority. He was practically unresponsive before. If nothing pans out, I'm going to prep 37 for an encephalectomy. I'm going to bring it up again. Next R&D meeting, will you support me? Sure, Alex will probably shoot it down, but say the idea gets off the ground. Still have two big questions to answer. What's the test environment, and whose neurons are we talking about and putting them in? Volunteers are a no-go. Oops. Okay. You saw nothing? We're going this way? Deal with that later. That is a later problem. I object. I guess this does look somewhat bolted into the ground, but I still object. Like, we changed the water to give the psi stuff when we drink it. But that's a water cooler. Should not a water cooler be a separate system? Warning, I've sealed several mimics inside, 2 casualties, so maybe as many as 8 mimics. Recycled. Oh, hi. Anyone else? Not so far.
Hello, Dr. Kelstrup? I wanted to follow up on my request to view one of the volunteer abdication contracts.
Anna, you're supposed to be off today.
I had some free time, so I
I've
thought...
already told you, the VACs are sealed documents. My hands are tied.
But isn't there some allowance for the researchers? I mean, my God, I'm the one pushing the button.
Look, I understand. I really do. You wouldn't be human if this was easy.
I just want to be sure.
Believe me, everything we've done is perfectly legal.
Oh, that's always a good comfort.
Extra-national space. There are no laws.
Anna, you're tired. It's affecting your judgment. Now, I've tolerated it for a while, but enough is enough. You need to take some time, understood?
Yes, Dr. Kelstrup. I understand.
Good. Oh, look, you've made me late for a meeting with Alex.
Look, our murder is fine. It's fine to do murders.
Sure about this? Not too late to flush it all out in airlock, you know.
I'm sure. Are you having second thoughts?
No way. I'm in. It's just... I'm not the one incriminating myself.
There's no happy ending for me either way. I'm trying not to think about it.
Sorry.
Did you make arrangements?
Mitchell's on board. He's gonna bring me food.
I don't need to know the details. Better that way. It has to happen on your next rotation. I put everything in a package labeled Mementos. The package is in my cabin. It's got to go to every media outlet imaginable.
Got it.
And Quentin, be careful. Security is already scrutinizing me more than usual.
All right. Remember your mission. Hold on, let's do this. The volunteers for TranStar sends us our irredeemable sociopaths sentenced to die for their crimes. We are neither judge nor jury. We only enable their already ordained destruction to the benefit of all humanity. Read the file on 13 if you need assurance. It's unlocked in the extraction lab. Managed to lock my morgue key card in the morgue. Kelstrup thinks I'm on imbecile as it is. Have any ideas? We found a morgue key card. Problem solved. Hi. No reason.
Obstruction detected. Please clear aperture of debris.
Oh, free heals.
Requesting new operator. TranStar Pyramid
Maybe I can help you.
490.
Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough day. I'll have you feeling better soon. Good as new. Please fill out a patient experience questionnaire so I can serve you better next time.
No. Not much on surveys. Okay. Do need to remember there is a poltergeist down here. Somewhere. Apparently the fire has restarted. know about the poltergeist, because that's how we wound up here.
Dr. Yu.
Dr. Me. No, sorry. I refuse to make that joke
Should I
more than
change
once.
position?
And I've already made it more than once. Ow! Rude. I'm pretty sure once was too many times. Okay, we're going this way.
Hello. Scanning. Neuroimaging shows your psychoactive potential is at or near peak level.
You love to hear it.
Typhon contaminant found.
Sounds like things are going well.
Inspector, your suit integrity is compromised. John Gunn.
Thank you. You see nothing? Okay.
Scan complete.
Okay. So we need...
Coming through. Inspecting. Your suit integrity is compromised. John Gunn.
Snack time. Okay. Knock, knock.
Moving.
Liquefied content super cooled.
Please pay attention.
My complete and utter lack of patience is like, maybe there's another way in. I don't, however. Oh, wait. I have an idea. You moved. We're gonna ignore that. Account for drop. First try. We got the morgue key card. Now we can get into the morgue. Okay, that did not work. Now that we have that, we can go back to the crew quarters. I need to get back into running. My hips are just like, hey, we've been sitting for a while. And on the one hand, yeah, I've been sitting for like an hour. On the other hand, that's like comparatively not that long to what I'm used to. I know you're here somewhere. Because we were gonna go running up that way. But then we got an unexpected boost. Excuse you. There's, yep, you don't see me. See, you just have to speak with confidence. Okay. Wow, that covered it all. Cool. Question is there anyone here from another department? And I don't see a point in not checking since we're here. Like, I'm not expecting to find anybody else here, but might as well double check before we leave. I had a moment of going, aha, there's someone else here, but we already know where they are. And then my brain kind of went, yeah, because it's me. Rude. Okay. I feel comfortable saying there are not any that we are missing here. It's only a little bit of radiation. Sure, it's fine.